switching to left guard in the middle of the season, it just taught me to be versatile. Um, you know, in fall camp, I just learned center, and I hadn't really learned much of guard. So switching there, just always thinking on my feet, I guess.
And the second question from Bob Herzl: how much did you grow as a person, leader, and a player last year?
I would say I grew in all three of those areas because, as a freshman, uh, I wouldn't say that uh, I would I would say I've grown a lot as a leader. Just being, that I'm playing center now, and I have to make the calls for the line and really use my voice when before I haven't had to do that, and it's something I had to work on. And then as a person, I would say I've just been working on myself. So, and what was the other one?
Player.
Uh, and then as a player, I've just continued to work on my craft and really tried to perfect my technique. And I'm always working on it. It's never good enough.
Next question comes from Greg Hunter.
So, Zach, obviously not many true freshmen do play, but now that you have that whole year under your belt, how are you different at this point than you were going into the 2020 season?
I would say just everything feels a lot slower when I'm out there. Like just the game speed is slowed down for me because I understand the offense a lot more than I did last year. It's just a lot more. It's a lot easier. It comes more naturally.
Cody Nesper.
Hey, Zach, just you kind of talked about it a little bit, but what's the biggest difference from playing guard and playing center?
When you play guard, you don't have to make any of the mic calls, and then when you play center, you have to pretty much command the whole line, in protection and run game. So you just have to, be able to communicate a lot more.
Josh, our next question comes from Kevin Kinder. Josh, Zach.
Zach. Kids have talked all spring about how important individual development is, but obviously on the offensive line, you guys have to learn to read each other, play together, communicate quickly. Do you get enough of that when guys are moving around a lot in the spring, or are those things that you do maybe in the summer by yourselves or concentrate a little bit more on in the fall?
Yeah, I would say it even started in the winter, working out together, in our workout groups early in the morning, we wake up at the same time. It's really like just growing that trust and the relationships between the guys beside us. And, it does change. Like the people are changing just because we're trying different people in different positions. But I would say overall, that's definitely growing.
And one quick follow-up to that, what are some of the things you try to learn, what other people do, like indicators of when they're going to take their first step, how you all work together, combination blocks? What are some of the things you try to look for and develop?
Like when I'm practicing, there's certain keys that like our defense, like I try to look, maybe like alignment of the D lineman when they're going to cross space, depending on how the linebackers line up, like what they're going to do, like kind of like guessing like what the defense is going to do before they do it.
Zach, did you have any oh wow moments last season? I'm just sort of thinking that the Texas Nose, who you were probably playing guard in that game, but he was about 380 or whatever. Did you have any of those when you looked up and go, oh wow, I'm really playing college football now?
I don't know. I would say I don't know, just lining up every Saturday. I don't know. It's kind of always been my dream. So, like, I don't know. I love the moment, and I would say probably Oklahoma State because that was like my first Big 12 game. Walking out to the field, seeing everyone. They had a pretty packed stadium, so it was definitely a very cool experience.
And then following up, is there any competition with the Fairmont guys to other guys? there were a bunch of Bridgeport guys. There are not as many now. So do you guys have any, fun rivalries in terms of that kind of stuff?
Like what do you mean? Like with other
I mean,
schools or?
yeah, exactly.
Well, now there's a lot of Spring Valley guys, so
There you go.
yeah, there's definitely some. We chirp back and forth. With the
Now, are
Spring
you
Valley.
a chirper? I mean, you don't seem like a guy who does a lot, but maybe quietly.
I'm not. I don't start stuff normally, but if I'm provoked, I'll kind of try to finish it.
Additional questions for Zach, please use the raise hand feature. We'll go back to Greg Hunter.
Okay, well, I'll follow up with that then. So, in terms of talkers, what defensive linemen talk? Who go after you?
There's no one that really talks to me. No, none of the. They don't really talk to me. They don't. I don't talk trash on the field. Maybe just joking in the locker room. That's about it.
Not Dante.
No, I mean, maybe Taj a little bit. Me and Taj just a little bit, not a lot though. We just nothing too serious.
Questions for Zach? Kevin Kinder.
So following up on, you said that maybe there wasn't an oh wow moment just because you've always wanted to do this. Was that first time on the field? Did that hit it that, hey, all my hard work paid off? Was it, signing your letter of intent? When was it that you realized, hey, that I've made this, I'm here?
I would say just looking back, like at the end of the season, like once it was over, just looking back on, what happened over the season, that's when I was just really proud of what I was able to do. And I would say after the season, I got to reflect on it a little bit.
Any additional questions? Okay, Zach, thank you for your time. Members of the media,